Hey nerds, and welcome to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies. I'm Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd. So this week on S.H.I.E.L.D. we got confirmation about a theory that we had been talking about who one potential character would turn out to be. Then we also met a new character from the comics and got one of the coolest Easter eggs the show I think has ever given us for fans from the original, or from the Captain America series. So first, James. We got confirmation that James is Hellfire in pretty great scenes with him, just when he finally gets his powers, when he's using them, when he's trying to figure out his name and what he wants to call himself. And then at the very end, he kind of finally picks Hellfire. Very cool. His powers are different, though, from what they are in the comics. In the show, they were looking a lot more like Gambit, like he was charging them up with some sort of he was charging up their potential energy into kinetic energy, and that was causing them to explode. Much more similar to Gambit, one of the X-Men, Remy LeBeau from the comics, than it is to Hellfire, the Secret Warrior. But he's a bad guy, or he's on the side of the bad guys. He's a character of questionable morals at this point, before he was taken over by Hive. But like I said, in the comics, he does betray S.H.I.E.L.D. and goes to work for Hydra. So having him just kind of essentially start off working for Hive and whatever his organization is now, makes a lot of sense. Now, the character that we got introduced to this week, we don't need to know too much about him, but Dr. Radcliffe, he came from the 2005 series Machine Teen, and he's really kind of just a minor nobody character. But in the comic, he's a big bad rich industrialist who's in the robotics industry, among other things, and he is essentially chasing the Machine Teen character to try and get what he views as his property, the parts and technology used to create him. So that's who he is. His role in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and what I think we're going to have Hive explain next week, is that Hive wants an inhuman army. He's looking to change the Earth. The problem being, not every human has the inhuman gene. I think he's going to use Dr. Radcliffe and have him try and forcibly implant the inhuman gene in normal humans, and so by that way forcing them to go through teragenesis. We saw some people being experimented on, so this makes a lot of sense that it is a possibility. Hard to say, but we will see, and that's who this character is, this Dr. Radcliffe. When they first kind of were talking about a transhumanist doctor that was coming from that kind of Eastern European area, I got a little excited and jumped the gun and thought maybe they were going to introduce the High Evolutionary, but it's kind of a huge character to be brought in this little bit of a way. But so that's Dr. Radcliffe. Finally, the Coulson secret weapon, the energy shield. Now, for fans of the comics, like I said, this is a huge Easter egg and a throwback to Captain America's energy shield. There were a lot of characters or organizations that had energy shields of that kind, but the shield that Coulson was using is a direct reference to the one that Steve Rogers used, and it was a cooled plasma type shield. It was obviously used for protection, but it could also be used as a controllable projectile. So it's a very cool thing. Hopefully we're going to see more of it. Hopefully we're going to see what Coulson can do with it, because I would love for him to be able to throw it. It's a nice touch for him to have that feature built into that hand of his. So what do you think? What do you think Hive is going to use that town for? I really don't have any ideas on that right now, except for this idea that Dr. Radcliffe is going to try and turn regular humans into Inhumans. But I don't know. I'm kind of blanking on this town. What do you guys think it is, and what do you hope to see come out of all this? And once again, who do you think is going to die? We didn't really get any more information on that. A lot of people are speculating that it's going to be Fitz or Simmons, because they finally found happiness together. So, if they actually are cursed, if the universe is really against them, then one of them will die. But I don't think it's one of them. I just don't think the show writers would do that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and you can always catch me, at least for the next few weeks, on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. After Show on the Stream TV, and don't forget to check out the website at goodnerdbadnerd.com. Until next week, counting down the final episodes to the season finale, this has been Brian from Good Nerd Bad Nerd, and this has been Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Theories and Conspiracies.